Cancer, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity in your personal lives or your work lives, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Now I'm doing a repeat of this Cancer zodiac for the month of October because, as a lot of you know, I shot it at Ladakh and the wind was really crazy. I really tried to control the audio, but yeah, there's certain things in nature that you really can't control, or even in technology for that matter. And I apologize for those of you who really couldn't hear a word. But I do hope that you enjoyed this scenery. Ladakh is one of the most spectacular places. And for those of you who couldn't catch what I was saying, I was at the Pangongso Lake, which is almost 130 kilometers long. It's a saltwater lake. And it's an altitude of 18,500 altitude. So it was fairly freezing over there, but it has the most spectacular colors of the lake. I mean, I think there's something like 6 colors that are over there. So it was quite an experience, and I was very, very keen to share it with all of you. So never mind, the audio is here right now. It's a very, very powerful month, Cancerians, for you. We have a Mars that is conjuncting with Pluto, and this is happening in your house of partnership over here. Now, what Pluto is done is, and even though ironically he's called the dwarf planet, and he, I think, somewhat is more potent than Saturn is, because the Plutonian transit tends to stay there longer than a Saturn transit does. So hence it is that much more deeper, it's that much more powerful, it's that much more stronger and long lasting. And this time we have Pluto that is transiting in Capricorn. And for you, this transit is happening between Mars, and Mars is all about aggression, it's about ambition, and it's coming in your house of partnership, and it's talking about really power struggles that are there. So a lot of you really have to see, I think for some of you, you've had to literally fight your way in a relationship. You know, whether it's a personal relationship or whether it's a work relationship, you really had to sort of make your stand and say, you know, this is what it is that I believe in, or at work, this is how I, you know, think that things need to be done, or even simply for your own share or your own due credit that you may think that you deserve at work. In personal relationships, it could be that some of you may feel that, you know, you've either been wronged by a partner, or you feel that even if not wronged, you may just feel, you know, that you're the one who's sort of constantly putting in a lot, or you're the one who's sort of drawing the balance over there, and or even striving for peace. And this is a phase where you'll really stand up for yourself, and you'll say, you know, I really believe in what it is that I'm putting in, or the value that I'm bringing to this relationship, and you know, there's a kind of an acknowledgement really that you seek. Now, the thing that you need to be careful about, because Pluto will bring up a lot of stuff from the, you know, maybe there's been things that have been happening for the longest of time, and you've sort of been trying to make peace, and you've been ignoring it. And so, because it will go under the surface, and Pluto digs up stuff really from the past. So it can be that, you know, a lot of incidents could come up from the past, and you'll be able to really stitch the story together to see as to really what has been happening, and hence why the situation is today as to what it is. And similarly in work also, it will be the past incidents, situations, or maybe, you know, situation with boss, because it has really to do with relationships per se, your engagement, or how it is that you relate with you know, people at work, and that would really come up for review around this time. Try not to be aggressive, even though it's good to stand up for yourself and it's good to let others know. But I think along also with aggression, keep the ego bit of it out. Just remind yourself what it is that is really hurt. You know, is it that me, you know, why is it that I was not given credit, or is it something more deeper and more larger than it? And if it is something more deeper, that you're not being valued, you're not being respected, or you're not being given your due credit in a partnership, then by all means go ahead and do what needs to get done. But if it is more of an ego at play, that how it is that I can be treated in a certain way, and I need to be you know, I need to be treated in a different way, or in a kind, or in a gentle, or in a better, or I deserve more. So where the ego is at place, be careful of that. That over there, try not to sort of burn bridges over there. On the 8th, we have Mercury that is joining Jupiter and Sun, and this is happening in your house of home, and this is the house that you rule, Cancerians. It's the house of your mother, and a lot of can be a family reunion, a time for getting together with family, with maybe long conversations with your mom, or maybe a mother-like figure in your life. It's a time where it's also because Jupiter is there and it's going to be coming and expanding this. It can be that some of you will literally sort of move into a larger house. Maybe you'll buy a larger apartment. Maybe you'll be redoing it. But generally a lot of good time, spending time, relaxing at home, feeling anchored, feeling stable. This lovely energy will bring it about. On the 16th, we have a full moon that is there in your house of career, accolades, reputation. And this is shining a light for you over there with also Uranus that is present. Now Uranus is the ultimate wild boy of astrology, and he loves to create chaos, unpredictability, and just generally bring about mischief. And with the full moon over here, this indicates a time where something is coming to an end at work. It could be, for some of you, literally it could be a project is getting over, or you're finishing up with a job and you're moving on to another job or another phase of your life, or even if your career. For some of you, it could be that maybe a realization has come about your career, you know, that things cannot go on the way that they have, and you need to be moving on maybe to another direction. It can be even another industry. For some of you, say if you've been in advertising and marketing throughout, some of you will realize that, you know, I have a more aptitude for something in technology. Maybe I need to be moving completely digital and need to be, you know, moving from the traditional part of the media onto the completely digital part of it. And it also asks you, because full moon is about completion, it's about fruition, it's something coming to an end, and Uranus is about unpredictability. So it can be that some project may just come about all of a sudden. It can be that something may just get finished all of a sudden. It can be for some of you that you know, there's an opportunity which you have not sort of planned for, thought for. And similarly, it can be that you know, something gets sort of taken away from you. You know, there's a project that comes up about, and then there is no news, and then suddenly you find that, oh, you know, that project has gone to someone else. So this entire unpredictability requires you to stay flexible, Cancerians. It's just to have a plan B in place and not to sort of get too worked up about it. And also it's a time, it's a good time to be evaluating your goals. What is it that you want out of your career? Which path are you going really? What is it that you finally seek? What is the end objective of it? And to sit and it's a time also, I would say, to go back to the drawing board and have a look at your career plans, and you know where it is that you want to go and what is the plan that you're looking at. On 19th, we have Venus that is moving into your house of day-to-day chores and health, and it's a great time to be tackling routine work, Cancerians. You will be finding even the most mundane work quite interesting. So for all of you who have been either you have this long to-do list that forever you've been sitting and waiting on what to do about it, it's a great time to be tackling that. It's also a great time to be, because this transit also brings about good health, it's a good time to be maybe looking at a new diet, a new health regime, taking care of your body, going to the gym. In fact, a lot of you who have been doing it for the entire year will be looking quite good, and there'll just be a sense of a lot of satisfaction of a job well done. It's when you really take care of yourself, you feel quite proud, and of course you feel quite good about it as well. And it's also because it involves work as well. It also speaks about maybe a project that requires a lot of detail, which will finally get completed, or you will start tackling it and you will see some good results into it. On the 23rd, we have Sun, which is in your house of is in a house of love, romance, children, creativity, and further it is followed by Mercury. And then around the 30th, we have a new moon over there as well. So it's quite a spectacular time towards end of the month, and the focus is going to be all on fun Cancerians, because it's a time where you're not really going to be bothered by too many details at work. You're going to be, end of the month is all about letting your hair down, having a good time with friends, a lot of conversations, a lot of discussions, because Mercury is there and Jupiter is coming and expanding and lending its all its fun and charm element along with it. And it's a time where if there is a creative project that you've been interested in for the longest of time, you will find that not only are people being supportive of your ideas, but also it's a good time. You will be able to maybe find a potential business partner for yourself who will come and collaborate with you. It's during this time wherein that we have new moon, it's a time as well where for those of you who are looking for love, you could find a potential partner during this time. And it's a time for newer relationships, newer beginnings as well. For those of you who are in committed relationships and there have been little snags here and there, try and sort of and you're committed to the relationship, try and make a new beginning, try and work things out and see as to what is it that has been bothering the other person as well. And it is a time where I think you would like to be committed, and a lot of you are seeking commitment, stability in your relationships and your partnerships. So don't be surprised if some of you who are in committed relationships or are dating seriously will pop the question. So quite a lovely time, and we're ending the month with you feeling quite bold or quite confident about yourself and about new beginnings, new creative projects as well, Cancer. Have a spectacular October. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.